So what does this mean? Well, this would allow the RTC to bond for about between $700 and $800 million, thus allowing jobs. We could get jobs out, about 9,500 jobs, direct and induced. We would be working with your project public works directors. We've identified about 183 transfer. Some of them.
Okay, we're talking about 10,000 jobs, and I went down this road with the solar project I had in Laughlin. How many full-time jobs is this? Full-time equivalent jobs is this?
Mr. Chairman, Fredo here with the RTC. For the direct jobs.
Direct jobs.
Direct jobs, we're looking at 5,500 to 6,000 jobs. Those will be the actual jobs working on the construction projects. Then you have the indirect and induced jobs, like Tina said, and those are the jobs that maybe let me break it down simplistically. You were a laborer who works on a project. You spend money at the grocery store. That is referred to as an induced.
I got that.
And that's it.
That I totally said. So it's your contention that all 5,500, 6,000, these are full-time equivalent jobs the entire year?
For 3 years, over the 3-year period, yes. They're full-time equivalent jobs over the 3 years.
Okay, because this is really important, and I want to make sure you get this straight, because we went through this with Laughlin, and that's not the figure of how this is done. So you're telling me that for 3 years, total, 5,500 people will be working full-time for the entire time of 3 years?
Yes, construction jobs, 5,500 construction jobs within the 3-year period. Unless, of course, the jobs delay. If assuming we get all these jobs done in 3 years, then you would have 5,500 jobs.
Because, and I don't want to correct you because this is your item, but I had this discussion with Mr. Aguero as it related to Laughlin, and these are not full-time jobs for the entire 3-year period. They're for the period of the projects, but they don't all last for 3 years.
And that's why I explained, I said, over the 3-year period, if the projects are completed in 3 years, then you have 5,500 jobs. If the projects are completed in 5 years, then you have 5,500 jobs in 5 years.
Okay.
It's 183 jobs to be done right now. We're expecting to be done over 3 years. If we're fortunate to complete all those jobs in the 3-year time period, then you have 5,500 jobs. If for some reason, because of land acquisition or construction delays, we end up in 4 or 5 years, then you have 5,500 jobs within that period.
I'm happy to take your representation of 5,500 to 6,000 jobs. If that's the one you're going to stick to, I'm good with that.
Yes.
That is? Okay. Then what guarantee do we have, because everybody on this board is very aware and very cognizant of the fact that we want to put Nevada people to work. What guarantee do I have that these will be Nevada jobs?
Well, as Tina mentioned earlier on, under the Nevada Jobs Bill that was passed in the last legislative session in 2011, you were required to have a certain percentage of people working on the projects now by law. If there are no federal funds in there, and I've forgotten what the percentages are, but you're supposed to have a certain amount of laborers or employees on the job who are Nevada residents. The cars or vehicles working on the projects have to be Nevada registered vehicles. It's the law.
So what percentage of this has to be local? All of them?
So long as there's no federal funds in any project, if it's 100% locally funded, whether it's RTC's project or any of our member entities, that will have to comply with the Nevada Jobs Bill.
And what does that require? What percentage?
I can't remember what the percentage of the workforce is, but we can research that and give you the actual percentage.
Is there somebody here that knows that, what percentage it would be? Ms. Quigley, do you?
No, I don't. But what I would like to iterate is that it will actually be the cities and the county who will be administering these jobs with the contractors. The RTC is the funding mechanism, the collection mechanism, and we work with the public works directors to get the projects funded. So it wouldn't be through RTC, but with your public works directors and the cities.
Okay, if somebody could get back to me in terms of what percentage of jobs have to be Nevada jobs, that would be helpful.
Absolutely.
Sure.
Yes, sir.
Yes, Bill Wellman with Las Vegas Paving. Can I answer that question for you on how
Sure.
many? And excuse me, it has been implemented for 2 years now. It was AB 172 2 years ago. I think it was AB 144 this year, where it was modified slightly. It is 50%, as long as it's locally generated funds. That's in the state of Nevada, which includes Clark County. It's 50% of the workforce has to have Nevada driver's licenses in place. The modification was you still have to have 50% of the vehicles used on the project have to be Nevada registered. 25% of the materials have to be supplied from the state of Nevada if they're available. That's essentially what it is. So yes, if there's federal funding of any sorts, it's not. And we are using it, we have been using it, we are using it on a wastewater plant right now.
Okay.
And they also require 50% of design professionals who work on the public work have to have a Nevada driver's license or ID card as well. So they've broke out those 4 categories, and I believe our public works contracts through purchasing were supposed to be including that as part of their bids.
Right, we did include that language. There was, it was specifically related to the registration of the vehicles, and I think that was the way of the legislature ensuring that if you register your vehicles, then you are paying our taxes and perhaps a part of our taxing process. So that's what that was related to.
Mr. Chair,
Okay.
does that relate or tie into Assemblyman William Horn? Is that
Yes, that
169?
was Assemblyman Horn as well as the Speaker Kirkpatrick, who worked with the industry during that time. It was 2 legislative sessions ago. It did come back this last session to tweak it a little bit because they realized that there were some issues the first time that it was approved. So they tweaked it a little bit, and hopefully it'll make it a better process.
Okay. Does that answer your question?
Yes, sir.
Is this on this item? Because I got a few more questions.